For a long time, my life looked perfectly fine from the outside. I had a stable career, a comfortable routine, and all the things that I thought I was supposed to want. But somewhere along the way, I realized that I had stopped actively participating in my own life. There wasn't a single dramatic moment that made me change my life. It was quieter than that. It was the realization that my days had become almost entirely predictable. I would wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, and do it all again the next day. Weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. While there was nothing inherently wrong with my life, I couldn't ignore the feeling that I was moving through it on autopilot. For the past few years, I had simply been existing. And I think there's a distinct difference between existing and living. Routine is fine. Routine is responsible. Routine is what society defines as having your life together. But somewhere inside the routine, you can go numb. You're not unhappy, and yet you're existing adjacent to your own life. You're watching it almost like an audience member rather than the main character. We get really good at being fine. I once heard someone say that the word fine might be the most dangerous word in the English language because no one checks on you when you're fine, including yourself. I started noticing that I was always waiting for something, waiting for the weekend, waiting for vacation, waiting for some future version of life where I would finally have the time and freedom to do the things that mattered most to me. And I realized that I didn't want my life to be something I escaped from every few months. I wanted a life that felt like my own every single day. I wanted to feel alive. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that what I wanted wasn't necessarily less work. I wanted more freedom. The freedom to decide where I worked from. The freedom to travel more often. The freedom to spend a Tuesday afternoon in a cafe somewhere new if I wanted to. I wanted my work to fit into my life, instead of my life having to fit around my work. Because life is happening now. Travel, curiosity, beautiful ordinary moments, new experiences, those are things that aren't rewards for surviving life. They are life. Although it can feel both exciting and terrifying, I think at some point we have to trust ourselves enough to take leaps of faith. Often we hold ourselves back because we don't know the outcome. But you never really know what an opportunity will lead to. You never know how impactful a decision will be until after you've made it. Risk is almost always attached to things that have the potential to change us. It's so easy to stay inside our own little bubble because comfort feels safe. But are we actually living, or are we simply existing? We're never going to experience new things in life if we're not willing to take the risks. So I decided to change my life, not because I wanted to run away from my life, but because I wanted to move closer to a life that I've been imagining for years. A life with more intention, a life with more freedom, more presence, more curiosity. And I just want to make it clear that I haven't totally figured this out yet, but noticing the gap between existing and living has helped me say yes more often. It helped me become more willing to take risks in my own life. I think it's possible to live a life where you feel more alive, a little less fine and a little more awake. And that's what I'm trying to do now, and that's enough for me. So I hope you guys join me for this chapter of self-discovery and new adventures.